Welcome to City Talk. I'm About Town Deb, Debbie McCarthy, your host. We're at Dream Pilot Films, one of our favorite places to be. And as you can see, it's still the festive season here. Trey's Bensley. I said I wore all black today because I knew he would be a superstar, which he is. I am so happy to have you on set. You are so festive. And our title for the show today is Styles and Smiles, Trey's Holiday Extravaganza, where beauty meets giving back. And that's what Trace does. He provides beauty and kindness and support and hope to everybody who sits in their salon, in their chair. At the same time, he gives back to the community. So that's what this holiday season has been about with About Town Deb, is about giving back. So Trace, before I go into too much, what are you wearing today? Usually people ask me, what labels do you have on?
What labels do I have on? Well, thank you so much for the introduction. I'm so excited to be here. I'm humbled. But anyway, what I'm wearing today is some boots by Calvin Klein, and my pants are by Mr. Turk. My shirt is from All Saints, and the jacket is from Zara Man.
Well, as usual, I have labels are my boots. But I have to say, I have been a little bit getting back to the routine since, my mom passed, and I'm pretty open and honest about that. So we're doing one show today, and yesterday I just felt like I just needed to have one more day at home. So I texted Blythe at Labels and said, I'm wearing your boots, but we're dressing from Deb's closet. So this is Deb's closet. This is my Aunt Glenda's necklace. Other than that, Deb's closet. And of course, we always talk about So Does My Nails. But Trace can say a little bit about my hair because he's never here when we get to show my hair. So here's what we do every week. We show the back of my beautiful braids. And I'm so grateful because every event I go to, they do my hair and makeup. And I just love, only thing I'm bummed about is that I wish I could walk backwards or have a camera because I could never see it. Everybody else comes up, oh, it must be Deb. She has her braids from Caliber, but I can't see it.
The Calibrades.
The Calibrades. So we have our own hashtag. So Trace,
hashtag Calibrades.
Hashtag, we do that. There is a hashtag Calibrades. So why Trace is here today? Not just because I want to say thank you to him for many, many years of support. I was focusing on my last few shows of the year to highlight the people in my life who have been by my side. We had Kim Surratt on just recently, and she's been by my side since the beginning. Trace has probably been by my side before the beginning. I met him through Tony Suddy for a breast cancer fashion show, and I was just getting back into the realm of thinking I wanted to get back into fashion or modeling. Didn't know anything about Town Deb or radio. All I wanted to do is I wanted to be in a fashion show because Grandma B had breast cancer and Aunt Glenda had breast cancer, and I wanted to be a part of making a difference. So I'm walking down this run. We had to walk down the sidewalk, which had a runway. I had no idea who Trace is, and Trace is there with his team, and I'm like so nervous. I have to walk by Trace, and how do I walk, and what? And I think you asked everybody why they were there or why it's important.
Yeah.
So I said I'm there for breast cancer, and my Nana had passed, and blah blah blah. And when I got the call that I made the cut, you could tell a little bit about this is part of your philanthropy, giving back. This is my first experience with you with the show.
Well, this must have been 2007. 2007, I think. Maybe the summer of 2008. We had just opened our business downtown. It was Aquarius Salon at that time, and Breast Cancer Blowout was a fundraising fashion show that we did for Breast Cancer Month. So it must have been in October of 2007. That makes sense. There was actually our first fundraising project that we did as a salon.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
And we have another fundraiser now. So since then, Trace has been giving back. And another little tidbit with our meeting, I had went in there to get the hair and makeup done, and he's looking at my hair, and it wasn't this blonde. It was kind of, who knows what it was.
It was a blonde.
It was a blonde, but it was from a box at the grocery store, whatever was on sale. And I would get the hair thing, and I would go to my lady who was from my church who wanted to help me. So she would color my hair with the box to save me money, and she would trim it. So Trace is like, who does your hair? I'm like, well, I have a box salon and whatever. And he said, you know what? I really like to help you. I really like to be a part of your journey. I didn't even know what my journey was then. I really was just starting out. And that's how it first started. And from that time on, nobody's touched this hair. Tracy's the only one that's cut it all these years. And we only use Unite products. And he taught me the importance of the product. And that's why people will say to me, do you have extensions? No, this is my real hair. This is my hair. So that's a little bit about how we met. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to hear Trace's story. We will be back in just a second. But before we go, you know me, you're going to get a quote. So get ready. Here we go. In the glitter of awards and warmth of the season, we embark on a journey of inspiration and giving with Trace Bensley. Let the holiday spirit and stories unfold. We'll be right back. It's About Town Deb and Trace. Welcome back. It's About Town Deb, Debbie McCarthy on set at Dream Pilot. Trace Bensley, my amazing friend. And now we'll give a little proper introduction as we are back. Salon owner, entrepreneur, he's a speaker, he's a teacher, he's a fashion guru. New York, Paris, all over, not just, we love our biggest little city, but people have no idea. Trace, those boots he's been walking, he has walked the streets of the biggest fashion sidewalks you can do. And I'm so honored that we have somebody of your caliber, get it, right here in the biggest little city. But other than that, he also is involved with many charitable organizations. And that is what our show is about giving back. So Volunteers of America is one that we've partnered together with. And you kind of got hooked into that, and now you're in it pretty deep. And we'll say a little bit more about what you do with them. And then Northern Nevada Children's Cancer Foundation. So we have two that we're really hooked into. But Trace is now the president of the Midtown District in Reno, taken on that hat just recently. But one of, I think, my proudest hats he wears is he's involved with the Reno Works program with Volunteers of America. And due to that program and everything else he's volunteered with, we are excited to talk a little bit about his 2023 National Philanthropy Cornerstone Award that he just won. And it's a pretty big deal because normally like big corporations get it, like Microsoft and different things like that. Caliber Hair and Makeup Salon Studio, you guys got this Cornerstone Award. But let's go to you, Trace. Tell me a little bit about your humble beginnings.
Well, oh man.
How you got to here.
Yeah. That's a long story, and
Well,
I don't know if we have that much time.
You can do the Cliff Notes. Do the Cliff Notes.
I will do that.
Do the Cliff Notes.
I just want to say something, first about the award. I'm incredibly humbled that we received this award, and you mentioned that big companies get that, and we're just a small business here in Reno, Nevada, and to receive that award it's mind-blowing, really. I mean, it's impressive. But, the thing is, as a philanthropist,
you are.
Like, I never thought of myself as a philanthropist. It's just about giving back and giving back to the community that supports you and where you live and how you create that community to be just a much better place. But, I mean, my story with those nonprofits and things that I work with, as a salon owner, I mean, we get asked all the time to donate here, donate there, and do all of these things. And at some point you have to kind of choose. And when you choose, it's about the things that are important to you. And so the story about me is that, I'm 17 years sober, clean and sober person. And, I didn't get there. I didn't get to sobriety. I didn't get to this place in my life without the help of community organizations. So, I spent the 18 years ago, I spent some time at the Reno Sparks Gospel Mission. Got myself off the streets and into some programs, and then that got me into programs at the Volunteers of America, Northern Nevada, how they, assist with, just different case managements, getting you back to work, getting some, financial help and stability and things like that. So, Caliber, we chose VOA to be our, kind of rock solid charitable organization that we give to, and that has gone into Reno Works,
So
the
let's
Reno Works
let's
program,
talk about
and,
that since we're on that path.
Yeah. Okay. Reno Works program is a program that the city and some really great people put together to help get homeless people off of the street, give them wraparound case management, give them a job, teach them how to do resumes and financial literacy. And what we do for that program is that we bring that group of people into the salon and give them haircuts and hair color and help them get ready for their first interviews, getting back out into the world. And, we've helped, over 100, I think it's 110, individuals
Wow.
get back into, and we've been doing this for about, I think 8 years now.
Yeah, since the very beginning of the program. And what I love about Trace is I'm always saying, everybody, can you help me with my donation? Let's get involved. Volunteers America was the first organization that was I was a big part of that. And then I had to start picking and choosing. And then I had my why was Little Maddie with Children's Cancer Foundation. So I kind of divide up mine between both of them because I feel there's so much of a need for Volunteers of America, and they have done so much in the community. But I also care about our kiddos and our young teens, young adults fighting with cancer. And cancer has been in my family. So for me, I love them both, and they're equal. Plus we have so many other ones. But Trace jumped right in. I think we invited you to one of the first, they used to have the breakfast in the morning, and you went and he jumped right in and became a sponsor, and what can I do? And that's the kind of community members that we need and that we have. So we're gonna switch a little bit over to, he went from that hat, since we're already here, Midtown. Midtown in Reno has grown tremendously and changed and evolved and developed into a pretty cool little place down here, hidden hotspot. And it was time for a new president. And so guess who, Trace, is wearing that hat. Tell me how important that was to you you've been involved in the Midtown Association since the beginning. So
almost the beginning.
Tell us a little bit about that and why it's so important to you as a community member.
Well, it's definitely where my business is.
Yes, of course.
I live near there, and so it's just that revitalization, bringing back arts and culture and diversity to a specific area to help, just embrace. I think what's really cool, when I say embrace, I think what's really cool about Midtown is that we don't just focus on one specific thing. Midtown is a neighborhood, right? Midtown is, it's fashionable.
It is.
Right? It's cool. It's where people want to go and hang out. And so from the beginning, I've been involved in the Midtown District. We had a different association early on, and now we're, Midtown District Reno.
Nonprofit.
We are a nonprofit.
Just became a nonprofit.
Yeah, we are a nonprofit. It's just, Midtown is the heart of Reno, and it's just a really cool place to be, and we just want to continue to see that grow and develop and bring arts and culture and education and really cool events like dancing in the street.
Oh,
right?
Was that incredible? That was the second year last year, right?
Yeah, second year of dancing in the streets last year.
You guys blew it off the top, and you already have a date somewhere in July for this next one.
We do have a date in
so
July.
They're already ready for that, but there's so many cool things in Midtown. But what I really want to get across is the board and the businesses. When we go to the monthly meetings with the businesses, I'm lucky because I get to hang out with these guys and I get to go and participate. And I don't think I've ever been to one where you actually go to this meeting, group mixer, and you actually see business owners and you see the associates of the business if the business owners can't make it or both of them are there. and they actually talk and they actually break up in groups and get to know each other and see what's working, what's not working, how can we help each other grow our business. And as City Talk is about Town Deb, I'm about partnerships and collaboration. That's kind of my brand. So to go to these meetings and see the community and the collaboration is why it's working. And
It is why it's working.
It's why. It's the only reason why. So where you are in your town, please, if you have any opportunities to be a part of a community, where it's your downtown association or whatever it is, even your kid's school or T-ball or your church, being a part of a community, you can do so much more together. So it's almost time for break already. Jeez, I just got the little thing from that. So we come back, we were going to continue the conversation, but I have another quote. Get ready, here we go. Beauty goes beyond the mirror. It's found in the kindness we share. Trace Bensley's journey illuminates the power of a giving heart, leaving an indelible, is that the right word? Mark on our community. About Town Deb Talk, Debbie Talk. And what's that word? Indelible. And you make a mark on the community. There's a word. Anyway.
We'll come back to it.
That is about you. So
Thank you.
this is my way, again, of saying to Trace, thank you for all these many years, not just for supporting my brand and helping me on my journey, but to be able to walk with his journey and the journey of our community. So it's about Town Deb and Trace. We'll be right back.
Where do I begin? It's hard to put into words how amazing you are. I love our long walks in the woods together. I love all our fun adventures. The way you light up the crowd. The way you see so clearly. I love how you sing and dance. You're wild and full of life. You have so much to offer. I even love your mood swings. And I love you through all your fury. I love the way the light glistens off your skin. I love it when you smile and the way you laugh. I love everything about you. I will always love you, Tahoe. You make my heart beat. What makes your heart beat?
Welcome back. It's Debbie McCarthy, About Town Deb with City Talk, Dream Pilot Films, Trace Bensley. So happy you're here on set, looking so dashing and dapper and holiday-ish. And I just love your story, and I love how you continue to inspire your team. And we'll talk a little bit about that. There's so much to talk about. He has so many cool things. But before I get to that, how do you believe the beauty industry, how can you continue to make a positive impact on the people's lives beyond the services? We all know we go to our hairdresser and we chat, but you're also the hairdresser who, you say you're going to do something, you do it. You're not just there for the chair, you're there for them as their friend, you're there for nonprofits, you're there for the community. How do you think other salons can make a difference as an impact?
Oh, wow. I think, just like you said, in the last segment, about how, we connected in some of the programs that we both, are passionate about. Absolutely. So, we touch people every single day, right? Literally, it's one of the most intimate, jobs you can have with other human beings, because, you let us touch you, right? And, so, in doing that, we do great services, haircuts and color and all of those things, but, we have a rapport, we have a conversation, we talk about what's going on in our lives, yours and mine, and we create these connections where, things that are important to you now then become important to me. So, when we, join forces with Northern Nevada Children's Cancer Foundation, which is, what we are currently raising money for at the salon. There's a beautiful raffle prize down there.
That.
Yeah. But, that's how it's, you have those, you create those connections and, you just have to, be a listening ear for the people that you are with in your community, and, you find what's important to them and you jump on board.
And that's what you've done. That's why we're about connecting on this show. So let's go into, we were talking about giving back and bridging fashion with philanthropy. We're going to go into that, but we mentioned the raffle. So let's dig into that. So we have done this a couple years now, at least a couple
Yeah,
years.
at
It could be
least,
3
yeah,
or 4
3 or
years.
4, I think.
Time goes by, so
Yeah.
probably this might be
Yeah.
the 4th year.
Yeah.
And so every year, Northern Nevada Children's Cancer Foundation has Know the Gold, and the William N. Pennington Foundation doubles any donation between like mid-September to this year, February 9th. So we've decided that Trace has this beautiful holiday party that I talked about on one of the last shows. It's a holiday, a client appreciation. It's amazing. It's catered. It's beautiful. And it's a way that we can give back at the same time. So we put together a basket. Crystal Basin, who does my About Town Deb wine, he does a barrel tasting, and then I usually get some Christmas goodies. And this year I went crazy. But I'm all local, but my only little sin is Bath and Body. I can't help myself. This is my one addiction. It's Bath and Body. When they have their buy 3 get 3, I stock up. And this year, my mom, Grandma B, had said to me, you know, I may not be here much longer to get your Bath and Body. So she had me stock up before she passed, had me go online, and there was a sale. So you'll be getting lots of Bath and Bodies in the boxes. Dorinda's Chocolates has been a partner with us since day one. Delish chocolate in there. So really, it's just about giving somebody a nice holiday basket, knowing that when they buy the raffle tickets, it's doubled. So they buy the raffle tickets at the salon. You could go into Caliber. You can probably even call them up and say, I want to get some raffle tickets.
You could.
And they have a cool thing now where you pick your number and they put your name so you don't have to it's a lot easier. But no, that's what he's currently doing right now. And you've raised quite a bit of money over the years for Children's Cancer Foundation, and also with Volunteers of America. You'll be seeing photos throughout the show, or maybe in the segment, of Trace with the Reno Works. You'll see that. You'll see Trace with Volunteers of America, where we've done clothing drives, we've done backpack drives. You've done quite a few different, whatever they say they need. One time it was like sheets and towels. They said, Trace, we need sheets and towels, and he filled up boxes. And the other was the backpack. And it's kind of cool that they know they can come to Trace and say, this is what we really, really need. So I'm very grateful that you continually partner with my passions, and it becomes our passions, and we hope it becomes your passion. So let's go into, we're going to move a bit now. You've heard that Trace is businessman, entrepreneur, gives back, but the stylish side of him, Trace has actually been to New York, he goes every year, New York Fashion Week. So he's like at the intersection of style and giving. So tell me what it's like how did you even get involved with Fashion Week? This is biggest little city. How did you get to Paris and that? Tell us about that.
Well, when we opened the salon, we were looking for products to use, and I'm very product savvy, and I'm very concerned about the products that we prescribe to our clients so that we can maintain incredibly healthy hair. And so Unite is the product line that we chose because that's what they're based around, is healthy hair for the texture of hair that you have. And so the first year, I think it was 2009 maybe, we created a team to go to New York and do Fashion Week for the first time. Wow. And we did that with Project Runway. And that just started I fell in love with doing hair backstage for fashion shows. And clearly I love fashion. And, fashion isn't just the style that you wear. Fashion it evolves out into so many things. Like, what's the newest, best restaurant that you go to? That's fashion. Oh. Right? Well, what books are we reading? What genres?
See,
right?
I would have
That's
never
fashion.
thought
What's the movies that you watch? Those are fashionable. So fashion isn't just your hairstyle, and it's what you're after. It's the next best thing.
Well,
right?
So you have stepped up the ladder at Fashion Week.
Yes.
When I first met you and you were first going, you were behind the scenes and you were assisting, I think. Now you're, I think, leading a little bit. You're doing a little bit more. Tell us what you're doing now at both these Fashion Weeks.
Yeah, well, I think, and we'll probably talk about this at some point in time, but, there's nothing in the world that we do on our own.
Correct.
Nothing.
Totally
right?
correct.
Nothing. You can't cook a meal at home without there having been an incredible team bringing that to your table, to the grocery store, to the farmers. I mean, like,
Yeah.
that's a team, right?
That is a
So there's
team.
nothing that you can do alone. And I think that's what inspired me about continuing doing Fashion Week, is because it's this gigantic controlled chaos of team, right? And people working together to get this one thing down the runway. And, you know, it has to be spot on and beautiful, and, you know, it has to tell the story that the designer, you know, is trying to tell. And so, yeah, I've done well over 100 shows in the last
Wow.
10 years, and
That's a lot
it's
of
taken
shows.
me, I do New York every year. It's taken me to Paris. I've done Paris Fashion Week and intend to do that again. Hopefully this coming September, I'll do Paris Fashion Week again. And then, you know, maybe London and Milan, but
Whoa.
yeah.
Whoa.
But really, it's about
Yeah.
the team. You know, it's that camaraderie. It's that, you know, genuine authenticity of, you know, let's create this.
So how do you incorporate your global fashion experiences into your local salon with your team here?
Well, I think that when I go and I do these, you know, these incredible things, or, you know, I bring back a photo of something really cool that I did, you know, I think it inspires the team to, you know, want to, you know, maybe move into that journey in some way, whether it's just, you know, in our blow dry bar where we're doing, you know, event hair and makeup, and, you know, they're able to bring some of that, you know, fashion sense, you know, to our community.
Well, and you
You know.
also, you take your team to a lot of conferences and you teach. So say a little bit, I think we have a minute or two left. I think that's really important to you as a salon owner and as a leader, that you give them guidance, but you educate them. Tell a little bit about how you educate your team.
Oh, wow. We have an associate training program within the salon where they, you know, every new artist gets, you know, a full year of education. That's twice a month. It's 6 hours a month that they get hands-on education. We go to conferences. We do team building. We, you know, take extra classes just so that we can up our skills and just be better at who we are. Not just what we do, but be better at who we are.
Well, we're going to take
Yeah.
another break and come back. And we're going to have my Deb's picks on set. But of course, we need my Deb's quote. From the runway to the heart of the community, Trace Bensley intertwines fashion and philanthropy, paving the style that can be a catalyst for positive change. That is what you do each and every day. And I don't want to start crying because he's been by my side through thick and thin. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to show you some of those Unite products that I use that are my Deb's picks. So stay tuned. It's About Town Deb and Trace.
In a world where most of us don't often think about what it means to be in an emergency, there's one thing that's certain. At St. Mary's, we're grateful for our fellow emergency medical service responders who do. And although we're not firefighters, EMTs, paramedics, or police officers, the care we provide begins with them. And at St. Mary's, we appreciate you, helping us to offer the lowest ER wait times in the area. We thank you for partnering and providing compassionate care day and night. From St. Mary's, we thank you for all that you do.
Welcome back. About Town Deb, Debbie McCarthy at City Talk, Dream Pilot Films, Trace Bensley. Oh my gosh, I am learning, well, way more. You keep inspiring me and inspiring us. And how I just think how cool is it that in the biggest little city in Reno, we can have somebody like Trace who has the experience to teach and educate and inspire and be able to travel to Fashion Week and learn the latest trends and what's happening. That's what you get to do. But at the same time, he never forgets his roots. You're always here. When you come back, you bring back the inspiration to teach. And I really like that you are a teacher with your team. I've gone in there many times with Megan because I'll go in early to get my hair done. And sometimes it's a Tuesday and it's like their teaching day and they've got Post-its all over. And it's a big deal. I mean, I think to have an owner of a salon take the time to be a teacher is pretty incredible. So I just want you to know if you're looking for a place where you can be at home but also be educated about your products. So Deb's pick is this segment. And so I have been using Unite Hair since the first day. Trace said to me, you got to get rid of that box hair color, number one. And nobody else is cutting your hair. And then I said, but Trace, this is like, I go to the big box stores and I get whatever's on sale and it's a different shampoo every day. And I call it cream rinse, but it's really conditioner. I love to say that to him because I'm a little bit older. But I have brought a bucket, or Megan put together a bucket. So I'm gonna hold a bucket and let Trace explain a little bit about it. So everybody's hair is different, correct?
Yes.
So when you are with a client, you can look at their hair, feel their hair, see the texture and the condition and say, this product may work on Debbie, but not on you. Or this works on you and not on Debbie.
Exactly.
So over the last over 10 years, it's taken me not too long to have my favorites. So the luxury shampoo is honestly, and the conditioner is my favorite. The regular one didn't suds up enough for me, so I said I need one that suds, and I like the word luxury, and it's so amazing. But my first pick of all, first in the salon, it's 7 seconds. I called it something different in the beginning. I don't remember what I called it, but this 7 seconds detangler is heaven. I mean, I have long hair and it's thick and it gets matted in the back because it's horrible. But I use this every single time I wash my hair. This is what I use. And I also, I'll let Trace go into a little bit more about the other products since he's of what I use. Because you know, tell us why it's important to use each of these products. Or,
Wow. Okay. What do we got here?
Well, we start with the shampoo.
So yeah, you luxury shampoo and conditioner for just overstressed hair, like hair that has been overcolored, overstyled.
Well, it's not overcolored now, though, by the way.
Well, I mean, every time, we do color, right?
Yeah.
We color, and so that's always a chemical reaction is happening. So there's always damage, right? So yeah, I mean, it's just a beautiful organic product with shea butter and crushed pearl and walnut, and I mean, it's fantastic to just replenish that hair. 7 seconds detangler is it's our first impression product. 7 seconds, you make a first impression, right? It's for all hair types. It's great for detangling, for a little bit of heat protection. UVA, UV sunscreen in there. Our Blonda oil.
I use that.
Blonda oil is a pure argan oil. It closes down the cuticle, locks in moisture, and has a bit of heat protection as well. This is one of the biggest missings, I think, in everybody's hair. And this is the 7 seconds mask, and it's a moisture mask. Right. And I think, people think that their hair is not damaged if they haven't done anything to it. But if you've been outside and you've been in the sun and you've been in the wind and the environment, your hair has some damage. So just to keep your hair soft and supple and moist and malleable so that you can style it, 7 seconds mask.
I actually, it took me a long time to get that. He'd say, I go into Megan and she's like, have you been using your mask? I'm like, no.
And the thing is, we can tell.
I can tell. Like,
we can tell, right?
So
we know.
I have a routine now. I do use it, and I can definitely tell the difference. And then my new favorite is that one.
This one, the Smooth and Shine?
The Smooth and Shine.
Yeah, Smooth and Shine is just a cuticle smoother, locks down the hair, makes the hair really nice and smooth without decreasing body and volume. The heat protector is the glossing spray.
I love the glossing
Anytime you're using a hot tool, the glossing spray for that. If you want that little bit of grit and to build that little bump that you've got on the back of your head.
I don't do that personally.
On the hair.
I would have it all over my face. But Megan, every single time she does, I am known for my braids.
And
through
for
Caliber.
the braids, yeah.
But you forgot this is one of my new favorites.
Oh, this one.
That one.
Yeah, we've all heard of dry shampoo.
Can we this
is the U Dry Fresh.
Yeah, spray some.
This is the U Dry Fresh
so,
dry conditioner.
Oh, can we? Oh, that's not opened yet. Can we use it? It's really cool.
Sure.
Here. So what would, let's say this is tomorrow or later tonight and my hair is looking a little bit
right, and it's starting to frizz and separate a little bit. You're just going to, let's go.
Here, let's just do
You're just going to spray some of that through and just kind of rake that through with your fingers. and it's just going to calm that hair back down, give it a little bit of moisture, even though it is a spray, an aerosol product, right? And it's just going to calm that hair and just make it
But
really
I love
smooth
it. I'm
and
telling
beautiful.
You, if I get lazy and I don't want to like do my hair the next day, I take that and go all over it, and it fluffs it up and it smells really good. So this is my pick. These are my pick. And if you were to look in my bathroom and you look at my basket, it is all Unite. And I think, and even Jazzy Georgia said to me the other day, do you have extensions? Are you like, is Megan putting extensions in your hair? I'm like, no. She goes, yeah, I go, you can tug on it. So Megan today said to Jazzy Georgia this morning, no, it's the product. Like she takes care of her hair. And another thing about taking care of hair, and this is really important too. I had been using a hair dryer and I had come in about a year ago. I said, Megan, like there's something like my hair smells. It like, what is up with it? And my hair dryer was like burning my hair.
Yeah.
So thank goodness, Trace got me a deal on a really nice, so what are how using the proper equipment, would it be called equipment? I don't know.
Yeah, tools. Yeah.
How important is that?
It's incredibly important, right? You know, I mean, it's like using an iron on a silk blouse, right? I mean, if it's too hot, what happens?
It burns.
You know, it burns and it's melted and it's destroyed.
Yeah, my hair was smelling. I literally came in. I said, Megan, what does my hair smell like? She goes, well, like it's burning. Yeah. So really, no,
I mean, your hair is a fabric. You know, it's like any other fabric that you know, and you want to treat your hair like a fabric.
Well, I am doing that now, so I'm really nice with that. So what are if you had to pick my must-have is 7 seconds. That is my everyday go-to, is that, and my e-luxury. Those are probably, if I travel, I make sure I have my little travel size. I buy the big size, almost lasts me a whole year. It's amazing. But for me, it's an investment, and it's an investment in yourself, inside and out. So if you were to tell somebody why they would want to invest in their hair and in a good product, what would that be?
Well, I mean, I think the important thing is for your hairdresser to understand hair texture, and everybody has a different hair texture, whether it be fine, medium, coarse, or somewhere in between, or chemically treated as well. But I think the most important thing is that shampoo and conditioner are the most important thing for your hair. Right? To cleanse it gently and to, leave the emollients that are going to support your texture of hair, giving it amino acids, lipids, moisture, protein, the things that it needs for its strength. So, that's why I use the Unite line, is because each shampoo and conditioner is a system designed for specific hair types. Right?
And he has lots of really cool products that are amazing also for men, and you have some Unite doggy products too.
We do, yeah.
I just remembered that.
Yeah, we have doggy poo. And
doggy poo.
Yeah, and I mean, that's another thing really about that product, the shampoo and the leave-in conditioner for your pets.
It's amazing.
Is that, Unite the company, all the proceeds for that goes back to the San Diego Humane Society and to Shelter to Soldier.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know. See,
from those products.
I love it. So I'm going to do a quote. We're going to come back. I still have another fashion question when we come back, and it'll be our last segment. When we come back, we'll do our thank yous. But here is your quote for you for this segment. Discovering beauty in every detail, from Deb's favorite Unite products to Trace's style picks for 2024, which when we come back, he's going to tell us, because every choice is a brushstroke on the canvas of self-expression.
Beautiful.
And that is what Trace is about. And when you walk in that Caliber door, they are there to help you find to express your true self and to be there. And I know when I go in, I love seeing many other community women that I know and I love. And it's cool to go to an event, and it's like Trace's girls. We're all there, and we all love supporting each other. So we're going to take our final break. We come back. Trace is going to give us a bit about fashion glam and what he sees in the future. Be right back. Deb and Trace. Welcome back to City Talk. It's About Town Deb. Debbie McCarthy, your host at Dream Pilot Films. Trace Bensley, so happy you're sitting next to me over here on the couch. And I love that we're learning about beauty from the inside out, really the products we put in on our hair and just about giving back to the community and just your journey and from where you were to where you are now. And I just want people to realize that it doesn't happen overnight. And if there's something,
it does not happen overnight.
No, a couple weeks ago we had Jonathan Chapin here, chef in Reno, and he's in recovery. And his story is very touching as well. Started at a very young age. Is there something, if you don't mind, that you would like to share about not giving up or how you got here? This is a holiday time. It's a rough time for a lot of people, no matter what situation you're in. Whether you're struggling with addiction, whether you just got a divorce, you just lost somebody, you're alone, you're depressed, it's a tough time. So is there something you can share just to help them have hope that it's a possibility you can make it through this craziness?
Well, I think many people who suffer from mental fitness issues or recovery issues, addictions, those kind of things, I think we all feel very alone. And like I said earlier on, there is nothing that you do alone. And, just being able to ask for help. Ask for help.
Just ask for help.
And if, the first person that you ask can't help you, ask another. And ask another, and ask another. But I truly believe that people want to help. People are out there to help.
They are. And I think they just want us to ask. Yeah. And I'm guilty of that. People say, hey, Deb, how can I help you? I'm like, I'm afraid to ask. But I asked you, and Trace has been by my side, and we've been partners in this partnership with my hair and makeup and giving back in the community. And if Trace needs me to, hey, Deb, can you do this? Deb, can you help with that? It's a give and take, and I think that's what family and community is about. So like Trace said, if Volunteers of America is a really good start, but wherever community you're in, you can probably just Google like help in Reno, Nevada for addiction or for recovery.
Sure.
or I'm feeling depressed or anything. Google it, like it's a step away. And I used to not like my kids would say, just ask Siri, Mom, just YouTube it. And I used to think that was silly, but I've learned a lot. There's lots of resources out there. And during this holiday time, we just want to remind you that we're here for you. Like if you have a story, you want us to share it, and Trace can help guide you in the right direction, as well as Jonathan had offered too. So that's really important. Now we'll go a little bit less serious stuff here. Holiday trends, we mentioned that. Where do you see hairstyles going next year? Because I'm curious what my hairstyles might be next year.
Well, of course, I spent September in New York doing Fashion Week, and that is the season for spring, summer 2024.
Okay.
So it's always a preview, right? And what we saw at Fashion Week was really just beautiful, bold colors.
In hair?
In style.
Oh, style.
Around,
okay.
Right? In fabric, in design. But they are very reminiscent of the 1970s.
Oh.
So
you mean the style?
The 70s are back in swing, and that's when I was a kid, and I love the 70s.
Me too.
But like there's a new haircut. It's called the butterfly.
What is that?
Right. Really, it's the Farrah Fawcett from the 70s.
Oh, okay, I can pull that off.
So with a little modern edge to it. It's not quite as fixed or forced, but it's a little bit more free in the hairstyle. For event hair, I would say something similar to what you have on today, what you're wearing today, but kind of that Bridget Bardot, little pushed up in a semi-beehive, but really just ethereal and free. Natural hair texture is in.
I like that because I'm all about that.
Yeah. So the hair's just it's not forced.
Okay.
Right? Very natural.
No, I like that.
Yeah.
So what about men's hairstyle?
Men's hairstyle, yeah, again, very 70s. Men are growing their hair out longer.
Oh.
It's great.
It's great.
It is great. It's great, and it's freedom, and it's again it's not putting people into
A box.
Like this is I mean, way back in the day, I mean, boys parted their hair on the right and girls parted their hair on the left. Why was that even a thing, right?
I don't know, but that's true.
But we actually have natural partings on our hair, so why don't we just let
Let it
that
go.
happen?
I like natural partings. That's what mine does.
Yeah.
No, I really like that. So if somebody wanted to get their hair styled or come in for a consultation, get a new look for 2024 or a holiday glammed up, how can they reach you and how do we make that happen for them?
Oh, they can reach us on our website, calibersalon.com. They can give us a phone call at 775-284-8620. They can reach out on Instagram, Facebook.
Great. Yeah. He's got it covered, guys. Or you can go on my page and I'll reach out because they're usually Caliber and Unite. I'm always sharing what I'm doing there. But without Trace, as I said, and without Surratt Law Practice, Dream Pilot, without Design on Edge, without Dorinda's Chocolate, Kimmy Candies, Labels, Soak Nail Spa, DigiPrint does my printing, and of course, every show from now on is in memory of Grandma B, who also got the set for me, and her goal was to make this happen for me and have me continue this to be a part of our community and share our community stories. Reno, Carson, Tahoe, Sparks, and you know what? If you have a really inspiring story, we want to hear it because internet is everywhere now. So we really care about you and we care about your holiday season. And we want you to shine bright and, reach out to us. So with that said, About Town Deb, I'm on social media. Same as like Caliber. Go to About Town Deb. Google it. It'll pop up on all the platforms. And if you're watching, which you probably are on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. This is my first, you're the first one I've said this to. Hit the subscribe button because I really haven't pushed it very much, but I'm really excited to work on that. And we are looking we have product placements. We have Cali Mojo. Nello Olivo has this amazing sparkling wine that's yummy. And then my Crystal Basin produces the About Town Deb red and white wine in a portion of every bottle. Goes to Northern Nevada Children's Cancer Foundation. So if you go to abouttowndeb.wine, crystalbasincellars.com, either one, if you order an About Town Deb wine online, $1 of every bottle goes back, but till February 9th, $2 goes back. So I'm excited about that. So as we wrap off, do you have any holiday cheer you'd like to share with the audience? Anything you'd like to say? Giving back to the community, anything?
It's just, obviously this is the season of giving back. I think we're actually filming today on Give Back Tuesday.
Yeah, we are.
Right? So, that's really cool. But, it's not something that we just do at Christmas time or in the holidays, right? It's all year,
So, and about Giving Tuesday, that when you see this had passed, I did a post on my social media and I'm like, we should be giving every day. And giving could be holding a door open, giving a smile, giving a compliment, asking somebody like, how are you? But really like, how are you? And they say, I'm fine. Usually I'm fine means you're not. So be okay. When the last time Amber from Dorinda said, how are you doing? I said, I'm not good. And she said, thank you for being honest. And she does that with me. I think we need to be more aware of that and be okay. It's okay to be vulnerable a little bit, especially around people who hold you up and trust you. So
true.
You do.
Very true.
It's really a big deal. So all of my thank yous, I truly appreciate each and every one of you. And I do have a farewell quote. I really had two, but I'm only going to give you one. As we wrap up our festive journey with Trace, remember, beauty shines not only in hairstyles, but within each of us. This holiday season and beyond, take a moment to look deep inside, for you are a shining star. Together, we create a radiant tapestry. United, we are a constellation of beauty, strength, kindness. So we want you to shine on and remember, together we are one heart. About Town Deb, Trace, I'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us.